to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on last year's national champions, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. Coming out with it, it's Cantrell. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires to the big fella. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Let's take a little step back and have a look at Georgia. They've climbed into the top 15, reached a little bit of a checkpoint, haven't they? Playoff is 12 teams. But it's right about this range if people start tuning in. Oh, he's got some space. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They're going to ride this running back. It's the runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They'll run play action. He finds a soft spot in the middle. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
Yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And, man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
Well, this is a quarterback who has outstanding running ability, and he's hoping the defense is going to give him an opportunity to tuck this football and get upfield, but there was nothing there. You saw him that time. Hold on to it, hold, hoping someone on defense was going to get out of position, but nobody did. Really nice job by the defense that time. Playing assignment football against the option, and everybody staying home.
Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
You know, when you go down personnel package, you've got extra DBs in the game, so it's harder to throw if you're the quarterback. There's just not as many windows. They've got more guys in coverage. You're expecting to at least have a little bit more time, but your offensive line, man, they just couldn't hold up.
Pulls and fires complete. He'll be guided out of bounds at the 17, and a productive play there.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. Right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. Back to pass, it's Dingle. Finds the tight end. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Looking downfield on first down. Under fire. And the defense forced the quarterback out of bounds before he could get take the loss.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting him a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. Alabama with a ton of ground to cover on this third down. He just couldn't hold his water long enough at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This defense has them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Quarterback making adjustments. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. They'll start this drive going to the air. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be... down.
This defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Just missed on the connection, incomplete. From the gun, wants to pass. Extending the play. He'll pull it down. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down.
And that's why it's important offensively. They're going to have to do a better job running the ball and getting positive yards early in the drive. You can't be in 3rd and long living in those situations against this defense because they like to play dime personnel. And with those faster guys, they're going to blitz, and they're going to match speed with speed. It's a nice way to combat the mobile ability this quarterback has. Now setting up 4th down.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Looking for a crease to the left. Hammers ahead for a yard out to the 12.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Looking for a man. It's Dingle. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the offense trying to get the screen pass to the running back and get him out into space to do some damage, but the defense not having it. No gain on that play.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Steps away to find some room. He just terrorizes quarterbacks, his 30th career sack.
And that's an amazing number, 30 sacks, because a lot of guys get sacks early in their careers, and then coordinators figure it out and then start double-teaming them and sliding and chipping, and then their numbers come down. This guy, though, David, has never stopped.
And it's got to be consistently, Jesse. Like, you got to consistently play hard, play after play, because sometimes they get rid of the ball fast. Sometimes you can't get in the mix. But to get to the quarterback 30 times, very few people have done that.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run. They knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
The give to the back. Fights off the defender. They make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're fourth and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. It is loud in here as they try to help them get a stop on fourth down. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. Here comes that Alabama offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Bring in the heat. He'll pull it down and run. Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
And he'll just get rid of that one.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on third and long. Throws for the tight end. Oh, he can't hang on. That one was nearly picked off. Instead, he'll force a fourth down. And here comes the punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. On his way back from the 20. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive. Their defense is going to bail them out time and time again.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for them.
Rides the back on the option to give. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Fires to the middle. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
It just looks to me like the offense is starting to get a little bit impatient, right, guys? They haven't scored in this game yet, and all of a sudden now they're taking shots down the field and they're trying to make it happen. But the defense, they have been lights out. They force another incompletion.
Books it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. On the run, it's Monroe. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8, they'll keep it on the ground. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
Got it in the middle, it's Monroe. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
Man, I love on 3rd down when I know I have a running back that can beat guys. Whether you want to cover me with a linebacker or a safety, I can run an angle route, and I can have success because my quarterback knows exactly when he's going to break, and that defense is not going to beat my running back.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
And how about the year he's put together? I mean, he is in the top 10 in passing in college football, obviously. And obviously, we're talking about him for the Heisman, but just a guy you've been able to trust, a dynamic passer, throwing the football all over the yard. This team has been built on him, and he's had an unbelievable season.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Back to throw, it's Dingle. Complete. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Well, you've seen the last 2 plays now. This guy's versatility. You've seen why he might be playing on Sundays in the not-too-distant future. This guy can catch the ball. He's a big part of their passing game, and he's a weapon and a guy that this defense has got to be ready for.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. They'll send the back in motion. Back to pass. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And that's another play for this offense that you're just left wanting more. Both these offenses, man, nobody's scoring any points. Palmer trying to execute a 2-minute drill, throwing the ball to the other team. That's not part of the 2-minute drill.
And I think we got to give the defenses credit because they have been dominant and physical, and they're creating takeaways. I know the offense has been sloppy, but on the other side of the ball, man, we are seeing 2 really good defenses go at it today.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with results of the play. position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on last year's national champion, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Guys, let's chat about Georgia. Breaking into the top 15 is one step closer to the college football playoff. You've made it this far. The dream is within reach. The question becomes, will they take the next step, Jesse?
You got to keep winning. Now when we're talking about this team, you're hearing college football playoff in the same sentence because of where they're ranked in the top 15. So, David, as they move...
Oh, it's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And that's a great job by this defense, limiting the yards after catch. We know guys are going to get the football in their hands, and he gets the ball out quick, gets it to them. Nice job running to the football. When you chase the football, man, a lot of good things happen. That ball pops out, you recover it, a forced turnover.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They'll run the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And they weren't able to get him in the middle of the field, so now a 49-yarder from the right hash. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They coughed it up on that last drive, but the defense really bailed him out, holding him to a field goal, Jesse.
Yeah, and I think the offense kind of got away from their identity a little bit on that last drive, David. They got to kind of get back to doing what they do.
Yeah, and hold on to the football. I mean, defense just did their job. Stopped them, held them to a field goal, limited the damage. Now it's time for the offense to get the momentum going again.
The RPO, fire complete to the left.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later.
The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on third down. Going to try to get it himself. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Really nice job by the defense that time. Third down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. And it was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get him, get him down. It now sets up 4th down. And you don't see the defense sprinting out the field just yet, guys. They're not sure. With this guy's scrambling ability, they may try to go for this.
And 4th and inches, you know what's coming. You know they're going to run the quarterback sneak, but it's one of the hardest plays in football to stop. You got to find a way to dive from the defensive line spot and stop the feet of the quarterback, and they couldn't do it. And listen, they only needed inches. That's what makes it so difficult to stop.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Running back searching for a hole. A 6-yard pickup that leaves him with 3rd and 4.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Quickly out to the tight end. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
3rd down, understanding exactly where the sticks are. You know, you got to stop certain routes so they don't get to certain depths. Quarterback completes and gets another 1st down. Got to be a little bit more mindful of where those sticks are.
And the Dogs will line it up on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the big fella. There he goes. The tag. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Georgia.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll bring it out. It's Abraham. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Looking downfield, it's Dingle. Using his feet to buy time. Finds his tight end. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
This is exactly why this guy is your QB. He does such a great job of buying time, has such great speed, just stresses the defense. What do you want to do? You want to blitz me? Sure, I'm going to scramble outside the pocket, complete the pass. He's just closing so many problems and so many headaches.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the 1st down and get the sticks moving.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Starting to feel a little pressure. Working the middle. He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a 1st down.
Well, late in the year, this guy is square in the middle of the Heisman Trophy discussion because of his performance. He throws a nice completion there for a 1st down, but it's been week in, week out. Big moments. He's led this team to a ton of wins.
Turning it on! Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Got some room entered to the goal line. And he runs it in for a score. Touchdown, Alabama!
And this is why you consistently run the football. A steady diet because you can break the long touchdown runs. Nice job breaking through the line of scrimmage, outrunning the rest, getting in for the long touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Off the play fake on first down to throw. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. Got some room to run. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. So first down here as they go back to work. The play action fake. Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. And he runs into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. A quick strike, just as we expected.
And quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Cantrell. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Quick handoff. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Trying to get behind the defense. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives them the ball in prime field position at the 40. This offense has it with really good field position. Off play action on first down. Now improvising. Oh, he's going to be brought down. A huge loss on the play.
And that guy is just a man. I mean, he sets the tone in this defense, and we saw it on that play right there. Reminds me a lot of the guy standing beside me, David Pollock, who really set the bar for great D-line play at Georgia. I think back to two guys I played against, Richard Seymour and Marcus Stroud, lining up beside each other.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Soft spot in the middle. He stopped short, and it's fourth down.
I mean, the great news is you just came up with a huge completion on third down, but the bad news is you're still miles away from picking up this first because of how poor you were first and second down. Moving forward in this game, the offense has got to do a better job early in the drive to at least give them a chance to have some success.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And that decision will be questioned for a while. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy, you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. On the move, it's Reese. Breaks into the open. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
Man, that's frustrating for a defense. You got him in 3rd and long. You know it's a pass. No, it's not until it isn't. They run the football. They get you, get a first down. Frustration. Got to move on to the next play.
Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. The Dogs have had a long history of scrappy and efficient quarterbacks. Add a little star power to it, and you've got something working.
You definitely get a little extra something. We see it all across college football. You find that dude at the quarterback spot, it takes you from good to great, and you've seen that with Georgia over the last several seasons.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Georgia going up tempo. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Flushed out of the pocket. He is run out of bounds right at the 10-yard line.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism. He showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
Looking to fire. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen.
Trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. They force a negative play.
Third down. Red zone play. Crowd alive. From the gun. Wants to pass. He gets the job done. Picking up the first down, then getting down.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to...
And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Dogs!
But the one thing you know about this team is they've got a lot of fight in them, and that's a great job responding by the offense on that last drive, capping it off with a really good-looking touchdown run. This is now a one-possession game. We've got a lot of football left to play.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to throw, it's Dingle. Buys a little extra time. Trying to make magic with his feet. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room.
And that's a really good job by this defense because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
Finds his man. It's Abraham. Still on his feet at the 45. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening.
And this offense is built around this dude. I mean, he is sensational. He's been so fun to watch, like play, pitch, and catch, spread the ball around, complete and total command of the offense, and that's why he's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's got a real...
Oh, he's got some space. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. To the air on first down. Quickly complete. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
And he shows you the arm right there, but I tell you what, I've been impressed with this young man and his ability to do both. Rush, throw, lead a team, put up huge numbers in the top 10 in total TDs running and passing. And this dude very much in the Heisman race. He's had a great season. He can do a little bit of everything.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Pulled down for the tackle.
Love the play call on the RPO, and you're just really trusting this running back to be able to make a guy miss and then get into the second level. The offensive line did their job, gave him a crease, but that was the running back making that linebacker miss in the hole before getting north.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. They'll try to power their way ahead. He didn't get it. Not only that, he lost yardage. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Fourth down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. Wants to adjust the pattern. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Bama!
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. In front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Looking to scramble. He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. They're dealing with a second and long. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard instead. It's fourth down. Georgia sends out the punt team. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. The offense changing the play. Looking to throw. It's Dingle. Got it in the middle. It's Monroe. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. They pick the spot. It's going to be about a 37-yard attempt. Never a doubt. And now the lead's extended a little further. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
They'll go right back to him. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision. Nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He'll throw it. Hauls it in. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Right there, I think you need a better play call. You got to help your quarterback out a little bit because the throw has got to at least make it to the sticks. On that last play, you're basically trusting the guy to make a few dudes miss in order to go pick up that first down. I think you need to start being a bit more aggressive here when these 3rd downs present themselves.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone. Throws to the wideout. Makes the catch. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
Trying to run it in. Worked on the touchdown. Might as well do the same thing on the 2-point conversion. He gets all 8 points on that trip. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
He'll take it himself. Looks like Alabama will pick up the first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Here's the handoff. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Here's a heat. Going right and going deep.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Dropping back, it's Dingle. Shoots it to the left. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up 4th down, they only have a 1-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They march to the end zone the last time they had it, do it again, and they'll be on top. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
And that goes down as an incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was, so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Gives it on the option. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs closer to the line of scrimmage, and that might open up some big plays down the field.
In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Blasted as he lets it go. Got his man to the left. He'll have enough for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 45.
Man, this guy has had an amazing year all season long. He has stepped up and made plays for his team when they needed it most. And with that last completion, he's now crossed 4,000 yards passing for the year.
The quick out. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
That's an absolute strike right there. Giving me some Stetson Bennett vibes, some Aaron Murray vibes, even Matthew Stafford with the arm talent on that throw. I'll tell you, they can attack any spot of the field in the passing game because of this guy's talent.
Oh, man, what a missed opportunity. Big fella almost got to run with the ball. Instead, it falls incomplete and brings up 2nd down. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Just keeps swinging it. Pocket breaking down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Reese. He was looking to get the ball farther downfield, but he just had to take what he could before he got drilled.
And sometimes you can look down the field, Reese, but you see that pressure, and it's getting to you. Get rid of the football. You don't want to take the sack. You don't want to lose the yardage, and try to let your running back or somebody else make a play out of the backfield.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive. You talk about taking the wind out of a crowd. A 4th down conversion will do that.
Yeah, they were jacked up in here, excited. The fans get loud, rush the passer, and how about the conversion? The big 4th down conversion here in the 3rd quarter to give yourself some life in a tight ball game.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job staying home by the defense there. Offense trying to go option. The QB keeps it, but you see the great assignment football. Everybody's staying where they're supposed to be, and they're able to rally to the quarterback and tackle him for a loss.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Got enough space. Touchdown, Georgia. And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half. Well, let's count them up. 1, 2, 3. 3 is the magic number for touchdowns.
Yeah, it's as easy as ABC. Goodness gracious. He's been getting whatever he wants, whenever he wants, however he wants. I might want to change something up, or maybe focus on that guy that's getting the football a lot and scoring.
He marched 78 yards down the field, and the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Dropping back, it's Dingle. Oh, they're after him. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. They'll try to get it through the air. Scrambling away. Now he's going to throw it all the way back across the field.
Defenses have their hands full with him. They just give up a big pass there for a first down, but it's not just the arm you got to worry about, it's his legs too. This guy's top 10 in the nation, total touchdowns scored, and that's why he's in the discussion for the Heisman Trophy.
Looking to throw on first down. The throw. Tight end finds a soft spot. And the defense wrestles him to the ground. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't.
Touchdown time! They move on top here on the fourth.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with the QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the fourth quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Things have not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. At the 35, he's loose. There he goes. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Wants to go up top on first down. Using the quick game. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
That's a statement by the defense. Offense is trying to get physical. They're running power. They're pulling the backside guard, and you blow the play up in the backfield for a loss.
Picked off again. He's now thrown 20 interceptions. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if they're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Fires left. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag, and that receiver might have used a push-off to get free.
I know that's offensive pass interference, but I actually think that's a very heads-up play because that ball might have got intercepted. That was an errant throw. The receiver knew it, and instead of allowing the defender to pick it off, he knew, hey, I got to create a penalty here and save my quarterback and bail him out.
Trucks for the defender. Just keep moving this thing forward. He's out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 37-yard line.
The is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now third down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock, but the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
Right down the middle. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Catches it cleanly at the 20. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Wants to fire on second down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. You see his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. Off the RPO, complete. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, give the defense credit on that one, because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Stands in and takes the hit. He hauls it in, and nobody's close. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
And that right there might be the play that they look back on if they end up winning this game as the key play in the game. In a 2-minute situation trailing, you're just trying to get a completion to get the momentum going, but they come up with a huge explosive play, and that might be the one that wins the game.
Motion from the wideout. They'll run it on 1st and goal. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. He'll pull it on the read. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. A touchdown here on 3rd and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. From the gun, wants to pass. Skips away from pressure. Fires into the end zone.
And if you're the defense right now, you've given up some yards on this drive, but you've got a possession lead. You just need one more stop after that last incompletion setting up 4th down. Do you blitz? Do you try to speed up the QB? Let's find out and watch.
He's looking to throw. It's dropped. Oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Look at it this way. The field position is awful, but opportunity to pile up a lot of stats because there are a lot of yards in front of him. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Might be changing the route. Trying play action. Moving out of the pocket. On the move, he fires. It's caught downfield. Out of bounds at the 22, and just like that, they're out of trouble. From their own 23, it'll be 1st and 10. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Alabama trying to hold this lead and run out the clock. Keep it on the ground. Got enough for the first. Turning it on! And that tackle almost certainly saved the touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
And right there you see the key to this football team's success. Not just offensively, they rip off explosive plays. That's why they've been winning games here as of late. They can get chunks at a time. They've got playmakers all over the field.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you got to use your timeout. You got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The defense will take a timeout, 25 seconds left to play. Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. The give to the back. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course. This team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
Offense in a bunch formation. Fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise.